Morning children, today I am going to explain the poem A Tiger in the Zoo. Suppose that children, you are not allowed to play outside. You have been kept confined to a room. What will you think? You will certainly start developing a strong feeling of anger in your heart. You will feel that you have been put inside a cage. So don't you think it can be true about a tiger also? A tiger is an animal that roams here and there in the entire forest, kills other animals for its food. If the freedom of this type of animal is snatched, what will happen? It will naturally develop a strong feeling of anger because of its strong desire to get freedom. Two different states have been shown here. A tiger is inside a cage. What happens then? A tiger is in the forest. Two different tigers have been compared. What happens when a tiger is inside a cage and what happens when a tiger is in the forest? There are some stanzas in which a tiger has been shown to be inside a cage, and there are some stanzas where a tiger has been shown to be in the forest. The rhyming scheme of this poem is A, B, C, D. A, B, C, B. A, B, C, B. Stripes A, cage B, white C, and race rhymes with cage. So B. Stripes, cage, white, race. He stalks in his vivid stripes. The tiger is moving inside a cage, walking proudly with different types of stripes on its body. Vivid. The few steps of his cage. When that tiger was in the forest, he could go anywhere in that forest. But here his life was confined to only the few steps which are inside the cage. On pads of velvet quiet, here the narrator has used a poetic device or figure of speech metaphor. Pads of velvet. Pads here refer to the parts of the tiger's feet which are soft. Velvet is a kind of soft cloth, very smooth cloth. On pads of velvet white. He is moving inside. The tiger is moving inside the cage in his quiet rage. Here the tiger has been personified. Personified means what? When a non-living object is treated as having life, then we say that it has been personified. That is why the narrator has used the word he and his personal pronouns for the tiger. The tiger is inside the cage with his silent rage, silent anger. He wants to get freedom, but freedom has been denied to him. He is moving here and there inside the cage. And do you think he can do any other thing except move here and there in that cage? Can you imagine his situation? He should be lurking in the shadow. Here in the first stanza, we find the use of metaphor and personification. He should be lurking in shadow. The word lurk means to wait in hiding to attack someone. Suppose that the tiger is in the forest. What can you find the tiger there? What can you find the tiger doing there? You can find the tiger waiting in hiding to attack someone. An animal you can see here. Sliding through long grass. The tiger moves through long grass when the tiger is in the jungle, in the forest, near the water hole. Where? Near the water hole, where there is water, where plump deer pass. Plump, rather fat, full and rounded in shape. Full and rounded in shape. Plump means full and rounded in shape, rather fat. The tiger can be seen moving through long grass where there is the source of water, where there is a source of water, where plump, full and rounded in shape, deer which are full and rounded in shape come, deer which are rather fat come. The tiger waits in hiding to attack the deer coming there. It happens when the tiger is in the forest. And in the first stanza, his situation has been described inside the cage. His situation is related to his condition inside the cage. He should be snarling around house edge, at the jungle edge, outside limit of an area, snarling, growling with bared teeth. You may have seen on Discovery Channel or National Geographical Channel how a tiger growls. Growl means what? Snarl. Snarl means growl with bared teeth. When the tiger or a lion roars, it produces its natural sound to frighten an animal, frighten other animals, all creatures of that forest. He should be snarling around houses. Suppose that he is in the jungle. Where can you find him? Growling with bared teeth. Where? Around houses. And where are those houses? At the jungle's edge, outside limit of an area. I have already told you. Bearing his white fangs. Bearing means what? Uncovering, revealing his white fangs. Fangs means what? Long, sharp teeth. You can find that tiger uncovering, showing his white fangs, white, long, sharp teeth. His claws, the tiger can show, you can see his claws also, terrorizing the village. In this manner, the tiger tries to make everyone in the village afraid when he is in the jungle, near the edge of the jungle, at the jungle's edge. EDGE. But he is locked in a concrete cell. But what is his condition inside the cage? He is locked in a concrete cell. Concrete means what? Building material made from gravel, sand, cement and water. Building material made from gravel, sand, cement and water. Cell means what? A small room. The tiger is locked inside a concrete cell, a small room. He is strength behind bars. Here the narrator has used an important figure of speech or poetic device, metonymy. The act of referring to something by the name of something else. Metonymy means the act of referring to something by the name of something else. And those things are closely connected with each other. The act of referring to something by the name of something else that is closely connected with it. For example, we use the expression the White House for the President of America. So here the word strength also shows the body of that tiger who is locked inside a concrete cell. Behind bar. Bar means what? Long right pieces of metal. Long right pieces of metal. Stalking the length of his cage. He is walking proudly, covering the length of the entire cage. Ignoring visitors. The tiger does not pay any attention to the visitors who come near the cage to look at him. He is ignoring them. He is angry, he has lost his freedom, and because of the greed of the humanity, many animals are on the brink of extinction. Many animals are on the brink of extinction. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars. What does he hear? The last voice produced at night. Voice, here it may be the voice produced by the patrolling cars also, and stares with his brilliant eyes. His eyes are shining, and he looks at the stars, shining stars. Where are those shining stars? In the sky. This poem contrasts a tiger in the zoo with a tiger in its natural habitat. Suppose that there are two tigers. What happens when a tiger is kept inside the zoo, and what happens when the tiger is allowed to roam here and there freely in its natural habitat? Two different types of tiger have been compared. The poem moves from the zoo to the jungle. From the zoo, the poem takes to the jungle and back again to the zoo. Once again, you are where? You find yourself near the zoo. Read the poem silently once. The narrator, the poet is telling you to read or go through the poem silently and say which stanzas speak about the tiger in the zoo. The author wants you to tell him which stanzas speak about the tiger in the zoo and which ones means what? Stanzas speak about the tiger in the jungle. Which speak about the tiger in the jungle. Now, the stanzas, he walks in his baby, describes the few steps of his cage. This stanza is related to his condition in a cage. He should be lurking in the shadow, sliding through long grass. This stanza shows what? The tiger in the forest. Thank you, children. Some more